Hello, you're watching Living in a Contactless World, Just a Ticket on CITV. I'm Karen Kubran and I'll be your host for this episode. Now for a pop quiz. What do Sven-Göran Eriksson, Liam Gallagher, former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra and an alien called Moonbeam have in common? Give up? It's Manchester City, of course. We're here today at Manchester City Football Club in their City of Manchester Stadium. And as you can see behind me, it's not just football that happens in football stadiums. Manchester City Football Club is also an important venue for concerts or boxing matches. In the close of the 2003 season, and after 80 years at its old home at Main Road, the club moved to the new City of Manchester Stadium, a state-of-the-art 48,000-seater stadium situated in East Manchester, and leased from Manchester City Council after the 2002 Commonwealth Games. The stadium has been City's home ever since, and its capacity of 47,726 is the fifth highest in the FA Premier League, with an average attendance of about 30,000. And it's not just fans in Manchester itself that support the club. Research carried out by Manchester City estimates a fan base of 886,000 in the UK and a total in excess of 2 million worldwide. So what happens if you have a big stadium and a large fan base with regular, larger than average attendance at home games? You need to make sure that you seat people as quickly as possible. And that's where this and this come in very handy indeed. In other words, contactless technology enables contactless ticketing and payment at sports venues. Before we talk more about Manchester City, a little more background information is necessary. It appears that a major market for contactless payment and ticketing technology in the future will come from sports arenas and sporting events. And let's face it, each arena has a captive audience, needs a ticketing application in terms of season tickets, has retail outlets in terms of snacks and drinks, and needs to keep the crowds moving so no one misses any of the action because they're waiting in a queue. For some of the credit card companies, these arenas must seem to be an ecosystem from heaven. There have already been pilots and launches of this type of system in some of the American sporting stadiums across the US. And now, some 3,500 Manchester City season ticket holders in the UK have had their tickets replaced with reloadable, prepaid MasterCard PayPass cards. MasterCard is teaming with card issuer MBNA, Altair and Manchester City Football Club to conduct the trial. The contactless cards will be used to gain access to the City of Manchester Stadium on match days and to purchase items inside and outside the ground.
MBNA is a Bank of America company. We are the largest credit card issuer in the UK and in Europe, and basically our model is based on affinity partners. So most of the Premiership clubs have already a relationship with the MBNA, therefore it was like a natural fit to develop this proposition with Man City.
Altair are a prepaid card program manager, and we have the systems and solutions in place to build prepaid card solutions. The payment side of the Manchester City card, therefore, is running on our host systems, and we're providing call centre facilities and various other customer supporting parts of the solution. We became involved through the relationship with MBNA. We're one of relatively few prepaid card program providers, and the solution that we have met the requirements that Manchester City and Bank of America had specifically.
Basically, we started working with Man City to develop the customer proposition for around 1 year. So we tried to understand the dynamics of the football environment, what the future was, what the requirements will be, and we developed this vision, which we also tested in market research with the customer.
The situation here is that because there is a very specific use for the card, that's driven very good acceptance of the card, very good activation rates, obviously almost 100%, in fact 100%. And usage of the card for transactional activity in stadiums has been very high for a prepaid card. So in terms of a successful prepaid program, in terms of percentages, it's very, very successful indeed.
During the pilot, which lasted until the end of the 2008 football season, participating supporters were able to use their contactless cards to purchase goods under £10 at bars and concession areas in the North Stand Level 2 area of the stadium. Supporters could also choose to top up the cards either online via the Manchester City website, over the phone, or at pay-zone points at retailers. The cards can also be used anywhere in the UK for contactless and chip and pin payments, where MasterCard payments are accepted. But that's not all. Last October, Orange launched a major trial of mobile contactless payment services with Manchester City Football Club. In the first phase of the trial, fans were able to use their mobile phones to enter through the turnstiles for home games. In the future, the trial may allow for the purchase of merchandise or food and drink at half-time, as well as loyalty discounts for fans who regularly attend matches. NFC-equipped mobile handsets were supplied to selected Man City season ticket holders, replacing their existing contactless cards. The football stadium trial was the first NFC trial undertaken with Orange UK customers.
For quite a number of years now, Orange has been investing a lot of time and money in NFC contactless. And we've run quite a number of trials in France over the past 4 years. And this is our first opportunity to look at the UK marketplace and understand the implications of running a SIM-based trial and also a trial based on MyFair technology in the UK. So we looked at environments where we could test the capability. And Manchester City was a first-class opportunity because of their experience in NFC. And it's through working with Manchester City that we deployed a trial over a 2-month period through February through to April, and trialled 25 users with a mobile phone and NFC SIM, primarily for access into the ground, but also adding services such as messaging, loyalty, opportunities to connect online with football information. And so that trial ran for 2 months over 6 home games, and we're just collating the results now.
The City of Manchester Stadium, originally built to host Commonwealth Games events, was fully fitted for RFID tag reading 4 years ago, at the cost of £250,000. So the infrastructure for NFC is already in place. We spoke to Duncan Martin, Head of Retail at Manchester City Football Club, about his new technology implementation and his experiences so far. So Duncan, why did Manchester City Football Club become involved in such a contactless trial?
We think seeing it as a natural evolution of the contactless RFID card we've had since 2003. We're just looking at other areas now as to how to generate revenue for the club and also extra services for the fans. It's quite good initially. Obviously, new technology, people were a little bit sceptical. A few general questions that you would expect, and main one was, will it open the door and let me in? That's the main thing they want to do. But once you get through that first stage, you've got a lot of feedback from the fans because they want to be seen to be involved with a successful trial. Benefits have been a lot of learnings about what we're going to do regarding the development of the stadium and the services. Obviously feedback from the fans, but on the contactless side, on the catering, it's been increased speed on service. Yes, there have been 1 or 2 initially minor technical issues that you would expect, but by game 3 that was all ironed out, and it was more the positive, what else can we do and when should we look to roll out, really.
And so that brings us to the end of our time here at Manchester City Football Club, a club that appears to have embraced contactless technology in all its forms to bring a better experience to its fans. And talking about fans, did you get the common link between the 4 people I mentioned earlier? Sven Gorik Eriksson is the current manager of Manchester City. Liam Gallagher of the rock band Oasis is a long-time fan of the club. Former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra is the club's current owner. And Moonbeam, of course, is the name of the club's official mascot. That's all for now. This is Karen Kubran reporting for Living in a Contactless World, Just the Ticket. Goodbye.